Hi everyone, Emma here. I had my Hishi beads out. I know this was kind of like a summary thing to do, and the reason I'm bringing it out is there's a few of these color patterns that I made just one of, and I'm getting ready to send some to my nieces. So I thought what I'd do is make some multiples of them because I don't want to lose the pattern. I got most of these patterns off of Pinterest anyway, so it's not like I made them up. But these patterns are really cool, so I thought I'd make some. And the other thing is I've gotten a lot of questions about where I buy my needles for putting the Hishi beads on. And so I thought I'd go through that because I make my own. You can buy them at Michael's. Here in Canada, they're about $10 a needle. Now, the needle is probably about twice this length. Let me get my ruler out. So it's probably about 10 inches long, maybe 9. And it's about $10. So with a coupon, 50% off coupon, $5. Brittany from Turquoise Street uses hers a lot, and she's had to replace hers several times, but she uses it a lot. So just to put it out there, what ends up happening is this section here breaks, and that's the part. Let me grab some stretch cord. That's the part that you hook on. So you place all your beads on the needle, and you have a loop at the bottom to prevent the beads from falling off. And then you hook it on to this little hook here, like that. Pull it through, and then you take your beads and you pull them onto your stretch cord. So that's that part there of when you're pulling your beads on, sometimes this breaks. So I make my own so that if they break, I don't care. I don't use them that much, so it's never broken. So I have two of them. I have a shorter one. So one this size, you usually need two sets of beads to make one bracelet. So you can see the size here. Let me open this up here so you see the full thing. So there's about one. Now this is a really big bracelet. This would probably fit somebody with a 8-inch wrist, so it's quite large. This one here fits perfectly. I'm 6.5-inch wrist, and this fits perfectly. It's not snug and it's not loose, so it's just perfect. Slides on pretty easy, and there you go. You can still kind of see there's space there. So the other reason why I wanted to redo these bracelets, I made this, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks ago, and I wear it all the time. I wear it in bed, the whole bit. And I don't know if you can see this, but it's really dirty. And I mean, anything like this is going to get dirty from wearing it all the time. But I find the polymer clay Hishi beads are particular for picking up dirt. So I don't know if anybody knows out there if there's a way you can wash them. I'll try it later with some soap and water and see if it comes clean, but that's the other reason why I wanted to redo it. So I'll show you how I make these. So I just reuse the same one over and over, and from using it, it gets all bent, and you can this stuff is pretty soft. You can straighten it with your fingers, or I'll show you with my nylon pliers. So you can straighten it this way too. There, look at that. simple, all straight. But we'll go ahead and make one. Now I'm going to make it in gold just so that you can see the gold, and I don't have to straighten this, although actually it might harden it a bit. Let's go through this. Oh my, oh, this must be a loose strand because it just keeps spinning on my spool here. I'm going to need pliers for this to hang on to it. Take this hand. That. And a couple of times to harden it. Sometimes it works but other times it's just, once you start working with it, it bends all over the place. So I know that we need that long. Yeah, let's just cut it there. So cut it with your clippers. Put that aside. Okay. I bent it already. So yeah, expect it to get bent when you're manipulating it. So I'm gonna just turn this. There. Just like that. I'm just gonna push that in so it's not jabbing into my finger. There, that. And then go to this end. I'll take these flat ones. Any pliers will do fine. And you don't need a huge piece. So I just do that, like that. And I come here and I squeeze it down as best you can. And that should do it. And there's your needle. So this one's super long. Actually, this will probably, yeah, it'll probably be enough. You might have to add one or two. So let's test it out. Let's put these guys over here. And move this stuff out. So which one do we want to start with? Let's do the green. I don't have a lot of green left, so I'm gonna cut this. So you can weave it right from your cord. So I think I did 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah, 10. Yeah, I'm gonna have to squeeze that a little more so it'll get in there. Let me hold this way, like that, and squeeze this end. I was hoping it wouldn't turn. It's the only problem getting in here. It turns when you go to do that. I think I got it actually. Yeah. That's awesome. Straighten that out. Let you see how easy that is to straighten out. And it's just a bit. There. Okay, let's see if that goes through now. It's still a bit tight. Yes, I still see a bit of a loop there. Let's see if I can do it with these tweezers, or pliers, I mean. There, that did it. Okie dokie. So, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. And slide those on to the bottom. Just set that aside. Okay, now I need a dark green, and I have a bunch set aside here. So I need a green and then a white and a black or a blue. Let's try blue, and if I don't like it, we'll take it off and put the black instead. And a white. And a green. So let's see what that looks like. Ooh, that looks nice. Okay, blue it is. Sweet, another 10. So this one has 10 repetitions of that color. This one has 7. So I think I'll do 8, and that should fit a 7.5 inch wrist. That's 4, 7, and 3 is 10. Okay, so then we need grab some of these greens. I'll put the browns there. We're going to use those later. So we need a green, a white, and a blue. So green, white, blue, green. There, look at that. That's really starting to come along. So I got a shipment of leather yesterday. I've been going crazy doing all kinds of projects, so I've got a bunch of projects on the go. And then I still have some bead weaving I'm doing, and yeah, and I didn't go to the mailbox yet. My regular guy is on vacation, I think. Hopefully he's not sick. I should go to the post office and find out if he's okay. So we have somebody doing his route, and takes time, any job, when you're taking over for somebody else, to figure out a routine to make it go fast. So normally we get our mail at 10 in the morning, now 10:30, and now it's around 1:30, 2 o'clock. That is beautiful. I love it, love it, love it. Let's see if we can come up with a different. Should leave that red there. Okay, and we need some white and a blue. Let's put another in there. Okay, green, white, blue, white, and green, and then we're going to take 10 of these. Let's see what I have here. 4 and 6. Okay. That is so gratifying to see it all lined up like that. Sweet. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more. I feel like I'm doing a Jane Fonda workout. 2 more. 3 more. You can do it. I'm telling my age here. I had a videotape of one of her, I think it was like an hour and 15-minute workout, and it's one of her hardest ones. And I remember in grade 13, so we have grade 13 in, I don't know if they still have it in Ontario, Canada. And basically, it's the year after 12, of course. Now, that one's a little small. I wonder if I get a thicker one. So basically grade 13 is kind of preparatory for university. So a lot of your courses sometimes will qualify you for that first year course in university. So anyway, I was in grade 13, and we had to take phys ed, which is kind of stupid because taking mandatory courses at that level when you're going to university seems a bit silly, especially something like phys ed. But anyway, our teacher was, let me count this. I think we need one more. So 1, 2, 3, 4. One more after this. Our phys ed teacher was, oh, she was quirky, I guess you would call it. So we were always doing stuff to annoy her. Being the lovely young adults. Let me move this out of the way so I don't keep using it. That's the skinny one. So she used to tell us, if there's something you guys want to do for phys ed, let me know and we'll do it. So I said, well, why don't we do the Jane Fonda workout? It was so funny. Like half an hour in, everybody was dying, including the teacher. It was too funny. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we need this guy, and that will be done. Make sure that one's thick enough. There. Now we're gonna pre-stretch our stretch cord. And I'm noticing, this is the stretch cord that I got on Amazon, and I got it for $10. It came with 2 of these and like 2 spools inside, and I'm only now getting to the end of it. I've since ordered a second set, and it came with these collapsible needles that I don't use. They don't work for this application, but I did notice as I got into the middle, the cord seemed thinner and a little more frail, so just be aware of that. Now, I mean, this stuff's super cheap. If I was doing, for something like this, I wouldn't be too concerned, but if I was doing some gemstone stretch bracelets, yeah, I would make sure I got maybe some little more reliable stuff. So you just hook on your stretch cord and then kind of move this over to the cord. And I kind of wiggle it a bit to get it through, because now you've got 2 pieces of cord you're going through. And all the way. There. That, pull through. Unhook it. And just be careful when you're finishing your bracelet. You can see there is, I don't know if you can really see it here. there's a line where it hooked. There, you can kind of see it. Right there. So make sure you don't use that portion for your bracelet, because I could probably break that by just pulling it. It's really... So let's tie this off. I'm gonna check the length to be sure it's the right... It looks small now. You know what? I think I need to add some more. See, that'd fit for mine, but I think for my nieces, they have 7.5-inch wrists and mine's only 6.5. So I think at least one more set so we can take our needle. Now I'm going to take one of the shorter needles because I don't need that long a needle. So now when you start adding on, sorry, I should have taken this out. Now when you start adding on, after you've already put it on your string, you have to remember whatever you put on last is going to go on first onto your... So I need some green. So that's 4, 5, and 5 is 10. And let's get some green ones here. And a blue and some white. So green, white, blue, white, and green. That green's kind of skinny. Okay, so, you know, I think I do need to add a second set of those. Because like I said, mine's a small wrist. So let's go ahead. 5, 3, and 2. There. And need a green, a white. There's a blue in here, and a white, and a green. There, and that should do it. So you reattach it. Might as well put it in the same spot. There. And I'll test it on my wrist again to see. Now it looks big to me. Okay. So I just hold it together and twist it. There, that's going to be perfect. So I'm going to clip this. And I just do one knot, and then my second knot I do a surgeon's knot, so there's once around and then twice around, and I kind of hold on to these as I quickly tighten it. Now I hang on to these ends and then I try and stretch this out, and what that does is it tightens that knot, and you can see this looks really thin. Okay, I'm going to add another. Wow, it seems loose. Let me see how that's... It's hard for me to tell because my wrist is so small. I'm trying to decide if I should try and tighten this a little. I'll just do one more knot, and maybe I'll put a charm on it, and that'll take up that space. So now we just put a dab of glue on that. And I'm gonna clip these ends and draw it through. Yeah, I need to clip it more. I may be redoing this if I clip it too much and then it falls apart. That almost looked like I cut the cord. See, if your ends are too long, and especially after you put the glue, they kind of stick out, and so there you go. So it's just slightly smaller than the other one. Okay. So let's see if we can do another one here. Let's do this red one. Okay. Put the red color, so we need red. That's a light blue. I think I need a... I'm gonna get the whites ready here. So when I was ordering these Hishi beads, I didn't know anything about doing these bracelets. So I was just ordering the colors that I thought looked cool. So here's some advice for you. Order colors. Certain colors you're going to need more of. So white is one that if you're doing stuff like this, you're going to need. Like, it doesn't look like you're using a lot, but if you make one bracelet with all white and then you want some spares. Another color that I really liked was this kind of peachy fluorescent color, and I only ordered one strand, or this light pink over here. I'll show you. Was another color that I went through quickly because I was using it in there. So, oh, I left my glue open and it's all over the counter. I was wondering what the smell was. It's the glue. Just 1 minute. Okay, so let's do the red one. I got 2 on there. And it's 4, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to do a turquoise. A white, a black, a white, a turquoise, and there's the pattern. Perfect. So just keep doing that. When I did a bunch of these, I was surprised at how easily I could pick 10 off of the strand. So you get used to how much 10 is. And 10. One of those. So, like I said, I am just scattered with projects all over the place. But if there's something people want to see, let me know. See there, I got 10 on that one. Maybe that'll help focus me. I'm trying to do more leather wrap bracelet tutorials, but one of the things that I find with them is, first of all, they're super long because it takes a long time. It takes longer than, say, a strung bracelet or even a bead weaving bracelet. So there's that. And it's really hard to do for me because the camera is in the way. And then the using a bead board to attach your bracelet to makes it hard for me to do it as well. So they're kind of uncomfortable to do. I can do them really fast. Like I can do a 4 wrap bracelet in 2 hours. But in front of the camera, it's so hard to do it. And I don't know that you're getting that great of a tutorial anyway, because sometimes, a lot of the times, my hands are in the way. So you have to let me know what you think. If it's something that's important, I have no problem doing them. So, but I'll keep doing stuff as they come and see how we manage. We've got a long winter ahead of us, so we want to stay motivated. And now let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. So 7 fits on this needle. And did I grab the wrong? Yeah, that's why. I grabbed the shorter needle. I should have grabbed the long one. Okay, so let's end with the colors. That one's kind of skinny. Yeah, so just pick through your Hishi beads when you're doing these highlighted ones, because you want to make sure that you get a good thickness. Let me see if I can find that one that I threw aside. There was one that was like, I'm sure you've seen them if you've used them. I threw one in the garbage. They're super thin. And it's just the way they cut them. But you can't really use them. Oh, it's, never mind. Okay, so let's get our cord stretched out. See, I think that's what happened with the last bracelet, was the cord didn't stretch back properly. Okay. Pull it on. Oh, I didn't put a blue on the end. I'll have to remember to do that on the other side. Okay, so we said 7. I think I'm going to do 9. So we're going to do, I need a blue, because when we loop it around, the blue will end up there. I mean, I could always add it after. Let's hold that tight like that and push that on. So we have 7 and 3 is 10. One of those. I have always been fascinated with super duos, so I'm actually working on a bracelet right now that's super duos, and I kind of wanted like a opaque color to coordinate with some translucent color, and so I went looking for a good price on them, and they're expensive, or I'm cheap. One of those. So I haven't decided what to do about that. I think if I'm patient, there'll be a sale. There. So yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna have to do. Just be patient. And double check this. And that worked out perfect because now that blue is in the right spot. So let's twist this and see. There, perfect. Now, I wonder if I need another one because that's kind of perfect for me, but so what did we say we did? We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This one seems too big, and I'm wondering if it's the Heishi beads are thicker or something. Okay, so let's hold this here. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that seems way too big, even for somebody with a 7.5. I really need a mandrel. So this one, and this one was 8, I think. So we'll hold on to that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at 9 then. And bring that down a bit. And I'm going to cut that. And you don't need that much cord. Okay, let's see if I can hold that tight and then do this. It's the only thing I can think. It must have got loose when I was tying it. And I think after this we'll be done, and I'll do the others off camera, and you'll see it in the icon picture of the video, because I think I'm going to go check the mail. So yeah, this looks like it's not going anywhere, so that's good. See, I think maybe that's what it is. When I pulled it tight this way, the knot kind of loosened a bit, because it seems like it just did that again. Let's go do the... Actually, I'm not going to bother with the third knot, because maybe that's holding it up from sliding in the holes there. And I want to put it around like that. There. That's the next one. Look at that, it's the same size. That's weird. Actually, this one looks bigger. So it must be the Heishi beads are slightly different in size. So there you go. There's these awesome needles that you can make yourself. And there's my last one. So there you go. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helped, and have fun. Thanks a lot. Bye.